Greg Campbell, Angry Tones Riff Clips here, and I have a fun little video for you today. I'm not doing a major demo, anything ridiculous or anything, but I want to talk today about Highwind Amplification's Direwolf Overdrive Pedal. This is a purple MG run from Modern Guitarist, and Highwind Amps got together to create this purple beast right here. I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can see the settings I'm using the whole time in the frame. Gorgeous design, by the way. It's a sick graphic. Jordan really did a good job with the design of these. It's incredible. And the inner circuitry, this thing is top-notch, top shelf. Anyway, so let's talk about it, okay? I'm going to just explain how it works for me. I'm using a Randall RD20. This is a earlier Mike Fortin designed Randall Diavlo. Most of the videos you see me do, I'm using a lot of preamps where I go through the power amp section of this Randall, and it sounds sick. It transforms your head into a different amp. In this video, we're going to talk overdrive. This is running directly in the front of this amp, and it's pushing the preamp extremely hard. I'm basically using the level at about 75%, if you saw it in the frame earlier. Drive is at about 9 o'clock. Almost 10 o'clock actually, and the blend I'm using a little less than 50%. Sounds great if you bury it, but you get a lot of noise. I don't like to use a noise gate all the time because I like to use natural harmonics and stuff like that to get feedback. And I'm also using the tone at about 1 o'clock. Bite is all the way up, growl is all the way slammed, and the mode is in the center section, and the boost is slammed. Okay, this is incredible. You're boosting an overdrive. It's already a boost for the preamp, for your amplifier here, but we're yet again boosting it. Shows you how much, drive and gain this thing's got on tap. It's incredible. Bite is completely slammed. I like to get that upper mid-range bite, and growl is at the highest setting, which increases the bass response. So this is an incredible little toy here, and I'm going to just screw around with it and play some riffs for you. Might even switch guitars so you can see what it sounds like in B flat. The first guitar I'm going to use is in C sharp. So let's get right to it and just play around. I'm going to set this down on the floor. I'm using my ESP H400 with a JB pickup in the bridge from Seymour Duncan. Let's hear the natural setting. This is the way I play my amp all the time when I'm not overdriven. Okay? Randall RD20 with the amps boost engaged. No pedals. It's a great sound. This amp right out of the box is incredible. But what's it sound like when we push the front end as hard as we can with a Direwolf Overdrive from Highwind Amplification? Let's try it out. Let's do the same signal real quick. Now let's boost it. Right off the bat, you can hear a little noise. It's going to be a little noisy. It's an overdrive pedal. Get a noise gate, cancel that crap out, or just deal with it. I don't mind it. When you crank up your amp and you're getting a really good tone out of it and it's highly overdriven, you're going to get some hum. Check this out. That is a sick beast of a tone right there. I'm really having fun with it. I would have explained the hum earlier because a lot of videos and demos you hear out there, they're crystal clear, they're silent. They're great demos, but people are running noise gates often, or it's mic'd up with a Shure 57 or something like that, and you're getting a really solid sound, and you can edit out the noise later and drop it down in the mix. But I just want to play a room tone for you. Simple, basic video. I am running a Rode microphone, so you're getting the clarity that it deserves, but it's not mic'd up. We're not running through any recording software, no post-production, anything like that, no post-EQ. You're just hearing the amp and the Direwolf pedal and this guitar. So let's go ahead and mess around with it more and try some chugging, try some delay, see how it responds with pedals. Incredible. I'm actually blown away at this sound. I use a couple of different overdrives in my arsenal. I don't have a collection of 500 pedals or anything, but I'm just running a couple of different overdrives depending on the song I'm writing, depending on the tone I'm actually searching for and trying to find. But the Direwolf right out of the box was very impressive. I do like very high gain pedals. Excuse me. This is extremely high gain. It can be tamed the way I have it set right now. If you remember the settings in the beginning, that's what we're doing. But it's also got so much gain on tap that if you really need to oversaturate your tone, you can get black metal vibes out of this thing, new metal, hair metal, whatever gent metal, anything that you're playing. In fact, I'll pull out my Ibanez later. It's got a Seymour Duncan Omega in the bridge, and we'll play some lower tuning type stuff. But right now, let's try some delay and just play with the volume on the guitar and see how much headroom this Direwolf actually has as well. Beautiful tones, gorgeous right there. I'm running a Avalanche Run delay reverb pedal while we're doing the Direwolf. Let's increase the volume and get a little bit more crunch out of it. That's actually a really smooth tone for lead work. I'm not much of a solo guy, but I mean if you're doing just some textures on the rhythm switch. a nice smooth buttery tone with just enough drive and hair underneath it that it has that vibe. Let's try some solo type applications with the bridge pickup. Noise. That sounds awesome. Let's go ahead and I want to try something different too for you. Everyone watching, I really like how the Direwolf responds to like 80s licks, those simple chord progressions and vibes, and how the volume, manipulating it on the guitar, really kind of gave me the vibe. For a second I kind of tripped out and got lost and thought I was playing a JCM 800 that was just on steroids. The tones, my ear was just hearing that kind of a sound. Let me know what you think. This is the Direwolf. Volume on the guitar is going to be fully wide open, and I'm using a little reverb from TC Electronics Trinity T2. That sounds nuts right there. That's just a great response. Crazy as it sounds too, is this pedal. It really gets pinch harmonics. Awesome, little squeals and chirps. I mean, those are just nasty bites right there, little harmonics. You can do that stuff with ease. I mean, it's so simple. Sorry, that last note was so sour. But anyway. Fun making noise all day, but this is super fun. I just want everyone to know, like, it's a really fun pedal to play. It's got a good vibe to it. If you do a lot of home recording, it's extremely well versed for all different types of music. You know, it's not really just a gent pedal or a heavy metal pedal. You can really dial this in to do whatever you want to do with it. You know, get some bluesy tones. It's got a lot of versatility. But really quickly, I don't want to make a super long video, drive people crazy, but I want to switch guitars and see what it sounds like in low B. So let's hit the standby on this amp here. And let's grab the Ibanez real quick. Really glad you guys like these videos too. It's very awesome to see how many people like to comment and say they like these room tones, as opposed to, I mean, there's a lot of great videos out there to watch of all sorts of pedals, and I'm glad that you guys choose to watch mine. All right, now we're playing the Ibanez. This is in low B flat. Whoa. Little noise in that volume pot. I need to get some air duster. Anyway, let's see what it sounds like with some lower tunings. We're gonna ditch the reverb. The settings on the pedal, once again, have never changed, but we have switched guitars. Seymour Duncan, Omega in the bridge, and let's just jam some lower tuning stuff. That is so damn heavy. That's super heavy. You could just hear it driving, and it sounds really sick in low tunings, and it handles it really well. I've seen some videos out there with people even using 7 and 8 string guitars, and it keeps that really tight low end focused tight low end sound. It's very articulate, very crisp, and you can even get some good jet tones out of it. Usually when you're doing the gent type stuff, you really want to increase your mids, crank up the treble a little bit, really pick over that neck pickup. But with the settings I have on this, I've played various different styles of music, and what's funny to me is either way you're playing, you can get those tones. It's really, a lot of it's how you're playing, a lot of it's in people's hands and how they hold the notes, how they bend the notes and whatnot. But the pedal itself driving this amp is giving you just a sick tone. I mean, I'm not mastered gent by any means, but let's just try something that's a little bit more articulate, and you be the judge. that helps everybody understand what it's going to sound like just going straight in front of your tube amplifier that you have at home. Just a quick little signal chain of tonight's video. Both guitars were going directly into the Direwolf Overdrive pedal from Highwind Amps, going directly into this Randall RD20 Diavlo head, and down below we have two oversized Randall cabinets that are loaded with Celestion V30 speakers. The delay I was running tonight is an Avalanche run from Earthquaker Devices, and the Trinity T2 is from TC Electronics. That's where we were getting some of that reverb to get those solo type effects and just one note or grooves. But I hope that helps. I just like to throw stuff out there and just give you what works for me, and I hope that sums it up. I'm very happy with the pedal. At first I was skeptical. There's a lot of overdrives, there's a lot of TS9 clones, there's a lot of Maxim clones. There's so much stuff out there. It's a great time to be a guitarist once again though, with all these options and all these opportunities for different tones. And if you're a high gain guy and you're a modern metal guy, or any type of metal in my opinion, the Direwolf Overdrive might be perfect for you. Thanks again guys, I'll catch you next time.